FOG Andrew here from the family of gamers. Welcome, Wargamers, to an exciting, awesome episode. Today, we're going to be taking a look at one of the most underrated trading card games ever. That is Transformers, the trading card game. Let's take a look. So, Transformers, the trading card game, came out in about 2018, and unfortunately right now, it is not being supported by Wizards of the Coast. Yes, you heard that right. Wizards of the Coast is the ones that made this game. Now, there are some very interesting things about this game. It's very simple, it's Transformers, and you can switch between Transformer form, Autobot or Decepticon form, and your alternate form as a vehicle. So there's some interesting things about this game. We're going to take a look at this box, which is the Transformers Trading Card Game 2-player starter set with 2 Autobots and 2 Decepticons. We're going to take a look at what's inside of this, and then we're going to look at how it plays, and then we'll get to my final thoughts. So let's take a look. So let us take a look at the 2-player starter set. So here's the front of the box, and here's the back of the box. You can collect Transformers, build your team, and battle your friends. So let's open this up and take a look what comes inside. Alright, so if we take all that off, Megatron is stuck. So we got Megatron in his foil. He's very foiled up, and his alternate side. You have Starscream, also foiled, so all the Transformers cards are foiled, and his alternate side. We've got Windblade, and the alternate side. And then we have Bumblebee, and the alternate side. Then you also get 40 of these battle cards. So here are the battle cards. These are what you make your deck out of. There's 40 of them in here. You get a quick start, or this is essentially the rule book. Very, very small. Like I said, this game is very simple. And then you get these punch out token things. It's a very flimsy piece of I just ripped it. I just ripped it. Hold on, let's see if we can kind of get these out without ripping the other ones here. There we go, that kind of works. Yeah, these are very flimsy, but this back in the day was a $15 starter set. These are the damage counters. Very flimsy and not the best. But whatever, it's good for what it is. So in the 2-player starter set rules, it gives basically what you should do for your first game and what you should do while you have this starter set. What it says is to have Megatron and Starscream on one team, Bumblebee and Windblade on the other, and then take the 40 cards that you get in the box and split them up into 2 20-card decks, shuffle them up, and use those to play. Now, in a normal game, you don't do that. You do a 40-card deck, but obviously there's only 40 cards in this box, so you can only do 20 and 20. Now, the interesting thing about this game is that you have a point system. So you could take whoever you want. Let's say you get booster packs and stuff like that for the game. You can take whoever you want, but you have a points value here. So like Bumblebee is 7 points, Windblade is 5, Starscream is 5, and Megatron is also 7 points. So, it's an even game here. But, once you get more Transformers, you can take different, obviously different Transformers and stuff like that. But let's say we have a standard game here. There are different cards that you can play in the game. You have upgrade cards, 3 different types. You have armor, utilities, and weapons. You can only have one of each on each Transformer. So let's say you put the primary laser on Megatron. Now he's got a +2 attack. You could also put a stealthness utility upgrade onto Megatron. But then, if you want, you could put the sparring gear onto Starscream. There are also action cards. So let's say the Autobot team uses this, scrap an enemy upgrade. Then you can take off the primary laser, which means it goes to the discard pile. It's called the scrap pile, basically. Another thing you could do on your turn is flip one of your Transformers to their other side. So we have Bumblebee here in his alt form. We can flip him to his Transformer Autobot side, or his bot form, bot mode. And then he gets a special ability. So you want to keep an eye on the special abilities that some have. This is, Megatron and Bumblebee have some abilities. Windblade has an ability, and I believe Starscream has an ability as well. Let's say Bumblebee decides to attack Megatron here. He taps his card, so you turn it sideways, and then you look at his values. He's got 3 attack. And then Megatron has 2 armor, so he's only doing 1 damage. But what Bumblebee does is he flips over the top 2 cards of his deck. He is trying to get a white symbol in the corner or an orange symbol for attacking. Blue does nothing because that's for defending. White symbols are good because you get to draw an extra 2 cards. So you ignore everything on the cards except the symbols in the corner. So that's going to be an extra 2 damage because he's got 2 orange symbols. They all go to the discard pile. So that means that Bumblebee is going to be doing a total of 5 damage, while Megatron has a defense of 2. Now, Megatron flips over the top 2 cards of his deck, and he got a white symbol too. So now he draws another 2, so that's there and there. So he got 1 blue symbol, meaning these cards go to the scrap pile, and Bumblebee did 1 damage to Megatron. It's that simple. Now, if you run out of cards in your deck, you obviously can shuffle your discard pile back into a new deck. With a game that only has 20 cards in the deck, the deck is going to run out pretty quickly by using attacking by discarding cards. There's also other values on here, like his health. So Bumblebee has 9, and then he has 1 defense as well. But in alt form, or alt mode, Bumblebee has 2 defense. So it kind of depends on which side you want to, you want to switch to. There's different ways to draw cards, or, Starscream has Tough 1, which he gets to flip 1 more battle card when defending, but that's only in his bot mode, not in his alt mode. And that is essentially how you play Transformers the card game. So that's it. The game is very simple. You have a 40 card deck. You have as many Transformers as you can get. Now, the point value, a standard game, is 25 points. So, or stars. So, as you can see, Bumblebee is worth 7. You can add other Transformers as well. You can do a whole Autobot team, a whole Decepticon team. There's even expansions and booster packs to do the Combiners, Dinobots, all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, like I said in the beginning, the game is not supported anymore by Wizards of the Coast. I think it was mostly because of COVID, but there might have been another reason as well that I'm not too sure about, which is very unfortunate because it's a very fun and simple game for even kids to learn. They have all those Transformers kids shows and stuff like that on Netflix and all that stuff. This is a great game for kids to understand. There's only 2 types of cards in the deck, upgrades and actions, and you can flip back and forth with your Transformers, which makes the game pretty cool. It's very strategic as well with that, because if you attack with Bumblebee, and then the other thing is too, I should have probably mentioned this, but if you tap Bumblebee and attack with him, then you're done with your turn. And then let's say the Decepticon team goes, Megatron has to attack Bumblebee because he's already tapped. He cannot attack Windblade because they are not tapped yet. But if everybody's tapped, you can attack whoever. So it's a very interesting concept and very interesting game, but it's very, very simple. But if you guys have played Transformers the trading card game, let me know down in the comments below. I want to know what you think, because I think this game is one of the most underrated trading card games of all time. It is very fun, it's very simple, and it's great for kids, and I think it's very fun. So let me know what you think down in the comments below, and check out these 2 videos that are right here on the screen. And if you like this video, as well as those, you can subscribe to the channel as well. So guys, see you in the next one.